Hello, welcome to another composing session. We're going to be looking at a Heartbreak and Loss cue today. Remember, there's loads more of these on a playlist somewhere over there, and I really don't mind if you want to like and subscribe to the video. I'll put this full brief in the video description so you can read it yourself, but it says we're diving into raw and emotional territory of heartbreak and loss. So moments of sorrow, defeat, emotional vulnerability. Musically, we're thinking slow, heartfelt piano, lush strings, soft ambient pads, that sort of thing. Think about tearful exits on The Bachelor, emotional eliminations on MasterChef, things like that. So I think what I probably will do is take that hint of a heartfelt piano melody and try and come up with something. See you in a sec. Well, I've got a piano melody sorted. I'll start it playing because I've kept it nice and slow and a few incidental notes coming up here. It's got that sort of Hans Zimmer time vibe to it with the 4-chord structure, but I'm not ending on a major chord. And I don't think I've really got a 7th in there. I think that works quite nicely as a structure. Now I'm going to think about what sort of strings might go with that. Right, I've gone with a cello. So this is the BBC SO. It's the cello leader, which you get in the BBC SO Pro, but any cello will do. Also, I should probably let you know that I've actually used the cinematic soft piano from Spitfire. It's only about £30 and they quite frequently have it on offer, so that might be something of interest. I really actually like it. I tried using the Noir and the Grandeur, but this one just feels a little bit softer. So that cello line, I think it probably comes in too early. We wouldn't want it from the start if we're doing this longer type cue, but I wonder if we can put some bass notes with it. Okay, let's try that. So I've found some bass strings and I used the Albion Colossus low string longs. Now you might not be able to hear this if you're on a phone, but they are just literally doing E, D, B and A, following the root note of the chords, holding things together. Not sure about that cello, I might have a look at that. Well, there's an idea. I've used the Albion Colossus again and gone for the high strings on top of the cello. Not sure if they sound better on their own actually. One to think about. This could be a tricky cue because we're trying to keep it quite low key at the moment. I might think about extending this out in a bit actually. Right, what's next? Well, I've found this transmission sound from the Contemporary Drama Toolkit, which sounds like this. Works quite nicely over the top of everything else, and it's in that very high register, even though I've taken off a bit of the very top frequencies. Right, I think I'm going to extend this out now because it needs to be longer because we're actually moving at quite a slow pace and I want it to develop somewhere before we finish this first session. Right, so a slight change of plan now. What I've done is redone this piano section. I've added a few more incidental notes like around here. Just to add a bit more interest over the first part, I've got an ending chord which is just that final E minor, and I don't really like those celli at the moment, so for the time being I think I'm going to leave those out. We probably need another instrument to come in this second part, so I'm going to have a look for that. Okay, so I've come up with a melody on using Colossus, the horns section, which sound really nice like this. They're very low in dynamics. And then go up and back down. So you'll get the idea when I play the whole track through for you in a second. The key thing to this, I think, is actually making decisions like cutting out things that you've put in as you go along. I don't want this to be overly busy. We keep referring back to the brief and remembering they are asking for empty space in the music. So we're trying to do that as much as possible. Keep it restrained, but also try and keep it interesting. We're up to a minute of music there already, and I think it works quite well. So I'm going to leave it there. Like and subscribe, always appreciated, and I'll see you for part 2 when we arrange it out to a full 1 minute 30 2 minute cue. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye.